I'm Paige Pena. For this career presentation, I'm doing domestic abuse victim advocate. So, I don't know how many of you, probably no one has lived in Logan, Utah, but the domestic violence shelter there is called CAPSA, Citizens Against Physical and Sexual Abuse. It's cannot share its the street address because it's confidential, because it's a shelter for abuse victims, and we don't want any abusers to know where it is, so they don't share it at all. Only with people who need to know. And the number is 435-753-2500. And I, again, wasn't able to get a career contact, though I do know at least one person who works there, but that's in a different position. So the environment, it's a small nonprofit. It's covering all of Cache County, Utah. So that's a county on the north border of Utah, where Logan is. It's a shelter, and it has a crisis line, which is open 24/7. And then it also has regular office hours, which would be where domestic abuse victims advocates would be working the most, though they would also be working a lot overnight as well, depending on when they're needed. But they would have to be available if they were to be called in. So stressors, there's emotional stress from seeing families and individuals suffer from abuse. CAPSA deals a lot with not only just any kind of domestic abuse, but also sexual abuse. A lot of the people who call the crisis lines have been raped. And there's also stress from trying to make a difference, and when your goals are maybe not being met because of somebody else or from something you may have done, and stress from the company's ability to succeed when it's not working out, say financially or otherwise. CAPSA, for example, being a nonprofit, it relies a lot on donations and volunteer work. The CAPSA website lists typical benefits for full-time employees. It says, this is a quote, "Full-time employees are eligible for medical and dental benefits, supplemental insurance through AFLAC, a cafeteria plan, and a 403B retirement savings plan." The common job tasks of the violence advocacy is advising victims about options for their safety, make sure shelter homes are available for new coming victims, general interaction with victims, making sure they have a friend, so that you build the trust there. Accompanies victims to hospitals, courthouses, etc. as needed / requested. Prepares reports, statistics, and other documents related to the advocacy position. And 24/7 shelter support and hotline reception. So the educational requirements: you need to have a bachelor's degree in a human service field, including the field that we're in. The starting salary is about $25,000. On average, everyone in the who has this career makes about $32,000, and the experienced salary is $50,000, which is really good for our major with a bachelor's degree. So, miscellaneous information. At CAPSA, many positions are filled partially or completely by volunteers. For example, the 24-hour crisis line response job is filled by trained volunteers who sign up for the shifts. So if someone were to be a victim advocate for CAPSA, they would be able to know that they don't have to get up every single night for a phone call, because the volunteers are taking care of that. And sources, payscale.com, and then I looked at a couple of job postings on Indeed.com. One of them was linked me to HyperionBiotechnology.applicantpro.com, and then CAPSA.org. Thank you.